Well, hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. As you can hear, I have a freeloader on board. I have a squatter, and I'm trying to get rid of him best I can with much tea and honey and rest. But in the meantime, I just realized I haven't done my monthly um, secret society. And this month's secret society is the Dionysian mysteries. The Dionysian mysteries are still some of the most enigmatic rituals from the ancient world, and scholars continue to debate their practices. Though much is uncertain, what we do know is that they offered a rare opportunity for women to flout convention and surrender themselves to religious ecstasy and sensuous pleasure free from social conventions. All right, so the Dionysus performances produced modern theater. Originally, Greek religious plays were performed by a chorus of some 50 actors singing verses in unison. Around 530 BCE, before Common Era, an actor named Thesples decided to expand the course by performing in the role of the principal character. The playwrights Achilles and Sophocles added a second and third character, respectively. As a result, the course was moved to the background, and the idea of plot or tragedy emerged, performed by different protagonists. In ancient Greece, Dionysus was the god of wine, fertility, and theater. Sounds like the god of Venus, doesn't it? These attributes made him a symbol of hedonistic pleasure, which may explain his great appeal to Greeks in all layers of society. Venerated as Bacchus in the imperial Rome, Dionysus was usually depicted as a handsome nude man with a bunch of grapes or fennel staff. So they started out as in theater, as plays with a course. And then they went on to these mysteries, which is so bizarre. Because wine induces intoxication, ancient Greeks believed that to be inebriated meant to be possessed by the Spirit of God. Thus, spirits with spirits, that I do. And interesting, if you've been to Greece and you've drank some real Greek wine, it is terrible. It's absolutely the grossest wine. Like, think about, you know, um, the worst homemade wine that you can think of with a vinegar aftertaste to it. And that's about it. I was so disappointed. I thought the birthplace of wine, this has to be amazing wine. No, it's not. There's a reason why it's not venerated as the one of the wine regions of the world, although it could be. All right. So what happened was, let me get back to this. So they started these plays, and then it started as they would have an effigy of the god or someone impersonating him, was followed by wild and unruly groups of inebriated women known as Maids, accompanied by lustful satyrs, all whipped into a frenzy by drums and flutes. The procession became a key part in the Dionysian mysteries, an ecstatic cult that allowed its adherents to become thoroughly intoxicated before surrendering themselves to dance, play, and romantic trysts. Dionysian cult statues, which have been found all over the ancient world, gain new attributes in the process. A crown of ivy believed to counteract the effects of hangovers, pine cones used to preserve wine, and bullhorns, which were sometimes used as wine cups. Some statues and frescoes also feature goats, whose skin was used to create wineskins. And I have to wonder if that's where the symbology of the goat and the devil started. The cult was particularly popular among those living in the margins of society or with little opportunity for sabbinic exploits. Married women, for example, as well as those who were enslaved and non-citizens. Amid the revelry all those rigid class distinctions melted away. This may be the reason why several Greek city-states tried to suppress the mysteries, with little success. But the cult had a deeper function as well. Like the Osirian mysteries, it never abandoned its roots as a celebration of the cycle of life and the possibility of rebirth in another world. So here's some of the frescoes that they're talking about. And then this is in Pompeii, in the center forum of the Roman city of Pompeii. So not only did it stretch from Greece, it stretched into ancient Rome as well. So I'm going to ask the cards, were these people, like, it'd be no different if you moved to, let's say, Salt Lake City and you were a drinker and a smoker. Did they think, oh, you're a heathen? So I'm asking, of course, the Hermetic Tarot, because that's what we're talking about, the secret societies. Let's ask, what was the real energy around this? Like, why did this become a mystery? Was it just because it was the outskirts of society and the upper echelons couldn't figure out? The upper echelons, they get to do what the hell they want when they want. Like, seriously. And it's always covered up, and if you complain, you just got your head lobbed off or you're put in prison forever. Versus the fringes of society were either shunned by the church or, the society, or kicked out of the village. And so then they just said, well, this is a mystery cult where we just get drunk and horny kind of thing going on. But it looks like it was just wine and orgies, like wine and orgies. Let's see. So what's the energy? What was the energy around these Dionysian mysteries? What was the energy? Was it just a mystery because it was like, today we have the swingers parties where you leave your keys and whatnot. So that sounds like a mystery. 8 of Pentacles. I think it was a bunch of people who all worked together, of the same working class. Oh, wow, we have more Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles. I think it was like once you were in, you were really in. 9 of Cups. Oh, there's the drinking. Lord of material happiness. Lord of success unfilled. Lord of prudence. Interesting. Lord of prudence shows up. And then the Lord of success unfulfilled. Well, we all know what happens to men after a certain amount of wine and alcohol, don't we? Without me having to say out loud. Lord of material success. So there's the drinking. Oh, Lord of defeat. 5 of Swords. I have to wonder if this was just a bunch of people who were like, hey, come and join our party, sweet young thing. 5 of Pentacles, Lord of material trouble. Lord of material trouble. I don't think this was an ancient mystery school at all. I think this was just a bunch of people who enjoyed, 4 of Swords, Lord of relief from strife. Like they said, it was, rescued slaves and people who had dull jobs, and this was like the weekend. You could have been called them the weekend mysteries, Lord of Victory, 6 of Wands. Yeah, I think they were here for a good time, not a long time. Princess of Wands, Princess of the Shining Flame. I've got to cover up those boobies for YouTube. I think this was more all the pretty girls and men, and I think we still do this today. Look at a perfect example of this, Club 54, the Disco Club 54, where all the pretty people showed up. Now, that was all upper echelons and whatnot, but you went there knowing you were going to get drunk and screw, or cocaine and screw, or it was like all hedonistic, and it was like behind closed doors, sort of, right? King of Pentacles, Prince of the Chariot of Earth. So I think these were sex parties. 10 of Swords, Lord of Ruin. Again, I think these were sex parties put on probably by the upper echelons who had the wine. The Emperor, son of the morning. I'm going to tell you right now, this was a bunch of rich old horny men who wanted their way with young men and women. And the Emperor, isn't that funny? The Emperor, Two of Wands, Lord of Dominion. Lord of Dominion. Queen of Pentacles, Queen of the Thrones of Earth. I think this was also a way to make babies, maybe to find wives. Seven of Wands, Lord of Valor. Lord of Valor. They defended all their actions. Three of Pentacles, Lord of Material Work. Ace of Pentacles, Lord of the Root of the Power of Earth. And Three of Wands, Lord of Established Strength. This was nothing more than actually, it's so funny that it turned into the fringes of society. This turned into weekend parties. I'm getting that, it was rich people having fun and then calling it a secret society, perhaps so their wives didn't show up. Or maybe their wives here endorsed it and went, please, you stink, leave me alone, go have your fun. You smell like a pack of cigarettes and a case of beer. Ugh. I'm thinking here that the wives turned their back, like they turned away, they turned the other cheek here with the Seven of Wands, took the high ground. We're the queens, we're the wives, and you go do what you want to do, but on the weekends, and you get back here and you be the boss or whatever. No different than some mafia wives that we have today. The way they're depicted, that they know their husbands have mistresses and parties and do drugs and play poker and have fun with the boys, go away for weekends or whatever. I think we still have that. I don't think this was a mystery school at all. I think this was, look at all the money we've got here, all the pentacles. Look at all the pentacles that are on here. We have the king, the queen, we have the 5, the 7, the 8, the 3, and the ace. I think people were paid to show up. I think this was a way, like prostitutes, for example. Interesting that we've only got the Princess of Wands, and we have some strong men. We don't have really a lot of females showing up here. Not any young males per se. But yeah, I think with the 9 of Cups here in the middle, the 6 of Wands, and the Emperor here, I think this was all big party. And to get away with it, they said, oh, it's a secret society. And they started out at the play. And, no different than, you might go to a movie now and a party afterwards. And probably gathered everybody. Here we go with the 8 of Pentacles, all the actors and everybody. Let's go play. And here with the 5 of Pentacles, you think, they're kicked out of regular society. They're kicked out of the church for being hedonistic, or, it said the married women. Here we have the married women who are allowed to go be themselves. So I think this Queen of Pentacles, interesting, we have both sides here. So we have the married women, the women who are married to the strong man, and then the married women who came to get out of their dull, boring, miserable marriage. So it was a place that with this 5 of Pentacles, everybody could go and be themselves and have a great time. And say la vie. And then Monday morning came and everybody was back to being who they were. I think this was a weekend cult. I mean, I don't think this was a cult or a mystery school whatsoever. And yeah, it has come down the generations because it was fun, because it is fun. And to this day, we have weekends like that. There's just not, like, they're right. There's nothing new under the sun. This isn't a mystery cult whatsoever. There's no religion here. Where's the Hierophant, right? Where's some of the other You know, this is really earthly pleasures. We don't have any kind of spiritual stuff going on whatsoever here. So yeah, this was earthly pleasures wrapped up as a cult or mystery school. There's no mystery here. Interesting. This is what it is. It's hedonistic and good for them. And well, thank you very much for watching. I hope you don't have any freeloaders uh, or squatters on you right now. It's not a lot of fun. Please take good care. See you online. Bye for now.